hit the ground. But that's coming. And our people, if we don't tighten up and we don't take heed to the warnings that's given. See, the thing about me, I haven't been given a warning for too long, but the bits and pieces of warning that I'm gonna give and my mission, I'm not gonna waste my time warning the people. You already got the warning. You've been getting warnings for hey, I'm not finna sit here and keep screaming, we finna hit a rock. We finna hit a rock. We finna hit a rock. No, I'm finna spend my time building life rafts. Let's get off of this before it hit rock bottom. Let's get out of here before this place crash into a wall.
And that's it. Not to cut you off, baby.
It's okay.
But you mentioned about the rain.
The rain and ice.
Right, which is hell. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad mentioned on page 158 of Fall of America, in like the second paragraph, he says, the Holy Quran also teaches us that God uses snow, rain, wind, hail, earthquakes, and fire against former wicked people. So America, what make you think that because you have nuclear weapons that require oxygen to go off, he drops the temperature
All you gotta do is send a signal.
that can destroy your ability to shoot them off?
All you have to do is send electromagnetic pulse,
Which is
shut
called
down the entire facility.
a EMP. In y'all terminology, that is the proper name, a EMP. It's a low wave frequency that scrambles or short circuits anything electronic. Now, American Army or Navy,
Listen, bump that. This ain't for the Army. This ain't for the Army, nor is it for the Navy. This is for the black man and woman.
exactly.
The Army is coming to the cities, and just like you see in Palestine, how they shooting them kids, that shit is cause them chickens is coming home to roost. This ain't trying to scare you. This is reality. The National Guard is going to be patrolling the borders as well as the Navy. They bringing them troops home, and when in places we would call the hood or whatever. When they see you, they shooting you down. They shooting you outright. Why are they shooting you? Because they know your faces. They got your faces. Y'all on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, the profile pictures. They know what you look like. They gonna see you and off with. In my terminology, I say off with your head. But that means you gonna be flatlined.
Right.
Brothers and sisters, everybody in the house needs a book bag. And it needs to have a first aid kit.
Right.
It needs to have at least 2 or 3 days worth of food. We want to try to get, if anything, canned Navy beans. I mean, until we can be able to can our own food, canned Navy beans. But for those who get WIC, get the bags of dry Navy beans. Because we're going to have to make campfires and all of that. It's coming. I'm getting chills down my back just even thinking about it. And in order for us to save, we will not be able to save ourselves. We are going to have to unite and escape the judgments, because the fall of America is telling us that America is falling. This book is a profound book. This book is not something that has happened before. This is something that's coming. This is something that's on the way. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad in this book, in one sentence, is telling us that the fall of America is coming. Black man and woman, if you don't move out the damn way, the shit will come right down on your head. And I'm gonna pass it because that's just, I mean, that's the end of that statement.
I had to pause in this moment. Just listening to how she sound. Sisters, think about if it occurred now and you're pregnant and he can drop the temperature at the drop of a dime. Think on that as I let my brother elaborate on how he might feel before the time goes. But like we said, this can be a 2 to 3 part, and it is absolutely so.
Thank you, brother. I'd like to elaborate on a certain line here. Earthquakes can destroy towns and cities instantly. America is in the grip of a divine judgment. Now, we don't have much time here. It's about 2 minutes left. Like my brother said, that we're gonna have either a second or a third, second to 2 to 3 more. No, not 3 more. I'm sorry. 2 to 3 more. 2 to 3 part series here.
It's all good, brother. The extensiveness of this information should make anybody make a mistake on talking.
Right. But
the average speed of thought is 24 billion miles per second. So when you talk, it's all right, brother. You know.
So we've bared witness to many earthquakes. I'd say some that are obviously initiated by other means, but the ones that are much more catastrophic are usually done by our Most High Father. It's just a subject that will be much largely stretched upon and spoken about, because we're talking about either making a hell or making a heaven for yourself. We're talking about your eternal soul, your eternal life. So you got to really stop in this moment and in this now and pay attention to what you are going to do. You gotta, it's just, can you stop and pay attention to what you were missing and what you're not getting? You got 99 pieces to a puzzle that contains 100 pieces. How long are you really going to look for a piece before you realize, where's the other piece? Somebody's hiding this piece from me. It's obvious.
Right.
So,
catch us on part 2. Stay tuned. We'll be back momentarily.
And just while y'all waiting on that to come right back on, please think over the plays that we have set before y'all ears. Please.
Peace and blessings. Assalamu alaikum, family. Peace and blessings. Ramadan Mubarak. Whichever greeting and salutation you may go by. If you just now tuning in, we coming back on part 2 of the 4 Judgments of America. I'm sorry, the 4 Judgments. Yeah, that's the name of the chapter. 4 Great Judgments of America. But suffice that to say, I'm going to continue the chapter in the monumental book, Fall of America, that was previously being read. Once again, you can find the book www.findacar.com/store. The name of the book is Fall of America. I'm on page 159. God in the person of Master Farad Muhammad will not be defeated. The more evil, deceiving, tricking, and making of false promises to the American so-called Negro only increases America's divine chastisement. It's doomed. America knows that her trouble lies in her mistreatment of the black man, the so-called Negro, but she is too wicked to give up tricking the Negro and deceiving him on false promises. She just cannot stop. The opportunity is too open, and she thinks that there is no one to hinder her. But God has chosen us to be His people, and He delights in fighting the enemy. According to the history of the former people, He delighted Himself by going forth against them when they exceeded the limit. So it is with America. They must be separated. America will not agree to see the Negro separated from her until she has suffered divine punishment, as Pharaoh suffered. The same thing that other evil nations suffered before them is now coming upon this people. She seeks to keep her slaves robbed of opportunity and wealth. She envies success coming to American Negro free slaves. She charges them with high prices to keep them down. She deceives them through a few of what we call Uncle Toms in the political circle, clergy class, and professional classes. She offers them little favoritism to help her work against their own people, the black people. But they too will suffer along with the enemy of justice of the poor so-called Negro. They must be separated. Envy and hatred are growing between the two people, regardless of their preachings of social integration. The truth must come, which is better than the program you find I have written. You two, black and white, cannot get along in peace since you never had gotten along in peace. Do you know why the white American does not like to talk with you about separation, and why he calls separation of the two people the wrong solution for peace between the people? He knows that it is his promise, and that God will do it. Then why do they not agree with separating themselves from you and me, and we from them? Why are the black man and white men all over the earth now in disagreement with each other to live in peace? Do you know why? Oh, foolish American so-called Negro, some of this earth that you can call your own to live on in peace. Unite and ask the government for a portion of America. This is what we need, somewhere to live to ourselves, and let the white man live to himself. The two people are not brothers. They are alien to each other. God did not make them brothers to each other. I ask you, my brother and sister, to learn this and learn it quickly and fly for your life to the refuge of Allah. Come, follow me. And I'm not asking you to follow me. This is the words of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. So if you're going to follow anybody, follow the messenger.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, brothers and sisters, he said they must be separated because envy and hatred are growing between the two. Regardless of their preaching of social integration, the truth must come. So, brothers and sisters, this what we represent. That truth
That's coming.
of the one who God chose for us to follow. This is why we sound the way we sound. This is why this is serious. This is the 4 great judgments of Allah on America.
We need to create a sense of urgency.
And that sense of urgency that my wife is talking about is to save you from what? What are you being saved from? What do you think that we're trying to tell you that you need to be afraid and be saved from? I'll tell you. Snow, rain, wind. You thought it was over? Hell, earthquakes, and fire against former wicked people. So this should tell you that God don't care because America got military weapons. He doesn't care about her Navy. He does not care about our